news out of North London. Daniel Levy has stepped down as chairman of Tottenham Hotspur after nearly 25 years in charge. That's right, the man who has overseen the club through decades of highs, lows, controversies, and rebuilds is finally stepping aside. And let me tell you, the football world has absolutely exploded with reactions. Some are celebrating like they've just won a trophy, others are emotional and reflective about what Levy has done for the club, and rivals, well, they're quietly worried about what this means for Spurs. But before we dive into the full spectrum of fan reactions, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Daniel Levy stepping down is the best thing to happen to Tottenham in years, or will fans miss him more than they expect? The first wave of reactions came from Spurs fans who could barely contain their joy. Some said they've been waiting for this moment for years, calling it the best news they've ever woken up to. Others joked about neighbors celebrating loudly, with one even comparing it to winning their first trophy of the season. For many supporters, Levy's departure feels like the end of an era defined by cautious spending, frustrating transfer decisions, and missed opportunities. One strong sentiment was that Levy simply held the team back. Fans recalled his refusal to properly back managers like Pochettino, Conte, Mourinho, and even Ange when it mattered most. Not backing Poch during their strongest years was described as criminal, and some never forgave him for sacking managers right before big cup finals. For this group, the frustration runs deep. They believe Levy's penny pinching and stubborn decision making cost Tottenham silverware. On the flip side, plenty of supporters showed gratitude and respect for what Levy accomplished. Some reminded others of where Tottenham were before his arrival, a mid-table side under Alan Sugar, financially unstable and far from competing with the Premier League's elite. Under Levy, Spurs built a world-class stadium, developed a thriving youth academy, and transformed into a global brand. Fans pointed out that no other club has risen so far while staying financially responsible. For them, it's unfair to dismiss his work just because trophies didn't follow. In fact, several people argued that Levy will only be fully appreciated after he's gone. They noted how he took Spurs from a modern-day Crystal Palace to regular top 4 challengers. And while trophies are missing from the legacy, the infrastructure, global reach, and financial health of Tottenham are undeniable. Of course, rival fans had their own spin. Some rivals called it heartbreaking. For them, Levy stepping down is actually a nightmare because it could mean Spurs finally get things right. A Chelsea supporter even admitted they were gutted he left, joking that Spurs can only improve without him. A Manchester United fan chimed in too, saying they wish the Glazers would follow the same path. And Arsenal fans naturally poked fun by saying they were sad to see him go, though we all know why they'd say that with a smile. There was also the usual banter-filled humor. Some joked that Levy looked like Ten Hag with a wig. Others joked about him stepping down because Spurs finally won a European trophy, or because he'd run out of space at home to store imaginary silverware. And of course, someone claimed this is Tottenham's best transfer of the summer. But beyond the jokes, there's a deeper discussion. Many pointed out the contradictions of his reign. As a businessman, Levy is rated highly, an 8 out of 10 some said. But when it comes to football ambition, he scores closer to a 1. Spurs often found bargains and good deals, but just as often failed to back managers in the way that winning clubs do. Some highlighted the financial side of his leadership. Tottenham had the 5th highest net spend over the last decade at more than £750 million, yet trophies never came. Fans wonder, was the money spent in the right way, or was the vision flawed? Others stress that success in football isn't just about spending, it's about ambition, timing, and giving managers trust. Several thoughtful fans also pointed out the be careful what you wish for angle. Yes, Levy is gone, but who comes next? Tottenham's recent boardroom appointments haven't exactly inspired confidence. Will the next chairman have the same love for the club, or just treat it like a business investment? And will Spurs regret losing a man who, despite his faults, kept the club stable while others collapsed under reckless ownership? So where does this leave Tottenham? For many fans, this is the dawn of a new era, one of excitement, ambition, and maybe finally putting football ahead of balance sheets. For others, it's a moment of unease. After all, Levy may have frustrated fans, but he also made Spurs into a global powerhouse with one of the best stadiums in Europe. One thing is clear, Daniel Levy's departure has shaken the football world. For some, it's celebration, for others, it's gratitude, and for rivals, it's a warning sign that Spurs might finally break through through the ceiling that's held them back for decades. But now, I want to hear from you. Was Levy a legend who'll be missed, or the obstacle holding Spurs back from true glory? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be reading them all. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big football update. Daniel Levy has stepped down after nearly 25 years. The legacy is complicated, the reactions are passionate, and the future is wide open. Tottenham Hotspur stand at the start of a brand new chapter.